It takes guts, determination, and hard work to find success in the sport of hockey. If you're the Northeast Generals, a new expansion team to the North American Hockey League, it takes all of those things and even more. I'm Joel Idelson, and this is New England Hockey Journal.
Last year we had a Tier 3 team, the Northeast Generals in the North American 3 Eastern Hockey League, as it was called. And, you know, part of our 5-year plan, our ownership group, Bob Penfield and Richard O'Dowd and myself, 5-year plan was always to think about getting an NA team and bringing a North American Hockey League team here to Boston. There hasn't been a team here before. We're the only team currently in New England. So that was always part of the 5-year plan. And then at one of the showcases, we got approached by the commissioner and asked if we'd be interested. And, you know, it's a little accelerated, and we had a scramble. You know, there's some financial considerations, and there's considerations of a venue to play at, and so everything kind of got fast-tracked. And you know, we were like, you know, I think we owe it to the kids, and we owe it to the community to bring this level of hockey here to New England.
The business of getting an expansion team off the ground doesn't come with a standard set of blueprints. It requires organizational strength, patience, finances, and vision. But that's not all. An eye for talent and character is one of the foundational building blocks. Putting the right mix of players on the ice and into the locker room can be a daunting task. Once the North American Hockey League's commissioner gave the go-ahead for expansion, Northeast Generals coach Brian Erickson began assembling a roster that would fit his desired style of play. Character came first, speed was a close second.
In the summer, Coach Erickson reached out to me and explained to me that they have a new expansion team in the North American League coming, and I've always kind of been in and out of that league. You know, I've had a taste of it playing a game and then get sent back down. It's a top league, not only in the States but in the world as far as juniors, so it was kind of a no-brainer for me as far as the team being in Boston, exposure-wise with all the schools and even pro teams and stuff. You see guys getting drafted out of this league. So when Coach told me the style that he plays, fast, speed, it just kind of fit me perfectly. It was a no-brainer.
I saw on Twitter, actually, that North American Hockey League tweeted that there was going to be a new team out east, and I knew immediately that I wanted to go play out east again. There's so many schools out here, and the exposure is ridiculous. So I knew that I wanted to come back out here. So I actually shot Brian an email, and he told me to come out to camp. And then there was actually a pre-draft camp. I told him that I couldn't make it. And he said that he'd watch some film on me and stuff like that. And I was blessed enough to get offered a tender. So I signed the tender, came out for main camp, made the team, and that's pretty much how I ended up coming out here.
Met Coach Erickson at just a kind of a random showcase up in New England here, and he approached my family, and a few days later we talked, and it just kind of happened pretty fast. Well, he preaches that, you know, we're a fast team. He's brought on players that can skate well and move the puck up the ice, and it fits my game well, and a lot of the other guys on the team. So that's definitely a strength of ours.
He really preaches speed, play the game hard. You know, whether we're down, up 3-0 or down 3-0, play the game hard. He's definitely one of the best coaches I've had as far as you can come to him with anything, whether it's hockey or, just your life if you're struggling with anything. Because like we talked about, it's tough moving away from home and being up here, so far away from home. And he really helps that process become easier. And we have a great group of guys that, we trust him and his process and his the systems that we play. And it's going to show on the ice for sure.
I'm here with Mike Donahue at APT at the New England Sports Village in Attleboro, Massachusetts. We're here at their Falmouth, Mass location. And Mike, a lot of times my kids will watch YouTube videos and they're looking for guys who have great hands, a great slap shot, trying to score goals, but it's not the most important thing.
Yeah, from a young age, it's really important to have a high skill level, but I think it's even more important to have a really good foundation of performance. And that's a general fitness topic that I think a lot of kids are typically missing, and they're going right to those high-end skill guys and trying to replicate that. More so importantly, be a good athlete first.
All right, so today you're going to show us 3 specific exercises that might help.
Yeah, today we're going to show a box jump, a single leg piston squat, and we're going to show a pull-up. So do it. Let's go.
All right, Mike, this is the box jump. Tell us a little bit about what we're doing.
So with the box jump, we're looking for an explosive lower body movement here. So Tony's going to go ahead and get ready. Good, and he gets full triple extension as he goes through. Get up there.
Great exercise to work on that explosive power.
Yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely key in hockey.
All right, Mike, Joe's going to show us some upper body strength drill here. What are we doing here? It's a pull-up?
So we're actually going to change from a pull-up to a chin-up. Our biggest thing with ice hockey is we have a lot of guys with some shoulder issues. So instead of doing a pull-up, we kind of convert that, flip our hands, and we turn it into a chin-up.
So that little difference makes
it's a huge difference with our players. Yep. So we're going to go ahead and grab the pull-up bar here. So we're flipping our hands into turning it into a chin-up. He starts from a free hang, pulls all the way up. His chest comes nice and high to the bar, and then he comes all the way back down to a hang.
All right, Mike, this next drill is the piston squat. Tell us a little bit about what we're doing here.
Yeah, so Sarah here, we have a single leg piston squat drill. She's gonna reach her hands forward as she squats her butt back to the bench, and she's gonna stand really tall at the top.
What's the point of the weights in the front here?
The weights help us kind of as a counter to really teach a good posture in the back.
Got it. So it almost makes it a little easier.
Yeah, it allows her to sit back deep into the squat and counter her weight.
And obviously this is for lower body strength.
Yeah, this is a lower body strength drill.
Those are 3 key exercises. Tell me what they specifically address.
Yeah, so we have our upper body strength drill, a lower body strength drill, and a total body power drill. All 3 things that are really important when it comes to being an athlete.
Hockey returns this January. For tickets to Capital One Frozen Fenway, head to redsox.com/FrozenFenway or call 877-RED-SOX-9.
HockeyShop.com. The spark that ignites your game. With the tools for faster hands, harder, more accurate shots, and the source for on-ice and off-ice training. From shooting pads and rebounders to training pucks and stick-handling balls, synthetic ice and flooring tiles. HockeyShop.com.
I'm here with Tim Lovell from Lovell Hockey at Pilgrim Arena in Hingham, Massachusetts. And Tim, today we're going to talk about stick handling, but this is, you guys call it freestyle stick handling. What are you looking for in this drill?
I'm looking for kids to keep their eyes up, looking to make fakes at the obstacles and use their edges.
All right, so 3 key things that are important. I notice a lot of kids try to look at the puck, but you got peripheral vision. You don't need to stare at the puck every time.
No, I think once you get to that top level of hockey, I think your head should be up. Obviously, as a young kid, a lot of kids, they start off looking at the puck. Very, very dangerous. I think at the end of the day, if your head's not up, there'll be problems for you going forward.
Let's check it out. All right, so what are we looking for with George here?
I'm looking for basically keep his eyes up, using his edges to push side to side. As you can see, sometimes you look down right at his stick, looking at the obstacles.
Still looking up there.
Not bad, not bad. Get some crossovers, stuff like that, but also selling the fakes at the obstacle. Good. Same thing with Kieran here.
Kieran sticking that leg out too, right? Which is a way to sell it.
Yeah, sell the fake left to right. You can see he kind of looks at the obstacle a little bit. That's pretty good for a 10-year-old kid.
Yeah, pulls that pump back.
Good. Timothy now coming in a little more advanced, obviously a little older, has pretty good hands, stuff like that.
Keeps that puck moving the whole time.
Yeah. Good. And obviously the last one coming is Noah. Obviously a little more progressive and pretty good with the puck.
Does this guy know what he's doing, or?
I don't know. I think he needs a little more work. I'm not gonna lie to you.
We can work.
Does a pretty good job.
You see the payoff there.
Yep, good.
All right, Tim, so obviously these guys didn't have to stare at the puck the whole time. Head was up, they were selling the fake, and yeah, they were staying their edges. 3 key things here.
I thought they were great. If you want to go home and practice this, you can go to the driveway, the local school, put some obstacles out, cones out, grab a tennis ball, grab a golf ball, pretty much doing the exact same thing.
Rollerblades go a long way in that scenario, right?
Absolutely.
The on-ice product is just a sliver of the pie. So many factors go into a successful season, whether you're an expansion team or not. One of the unknown variables is that you're taking 24 teenagers out of their comfort zone. For many, this is their first time living away from home. It's just one example of how the mental challenges of playing junior hockey can often outweigh the physical.
At first, it was kind of rough because a lot of older guys, being one of the younger guys on the team, I didn't really fit in right away, but now it's great. Everybody gets along with everyone. Great attitude in the locker room.
It is tough at first, for sure, moving away from home, especially because most people, you go all the way through high school and then you just go off to college, but hockey's different, I mean, for sure, but it's been the best experience of my life. The people you meet people from, we have kids from, overseas, Belarus, people that you'd never think you'd meet and live with, and it's a great experience, it really is.
It's definitely rough, seeing all the social media, all the football games that I'm missing out on, all that stuff, definitely hard. But I get breaks now. Once in a while for Christmas, I'll be home for a while. Thanksgiving, I'll be home for a few days, so I get to see them all then. And I just try to focus on the hockey aspect of it, and then just, focus on my friends when I'm home.
I'm living in Hull, Massachusetts with one of the other players on the team. And, but yeah, I'm loving it. It's great living with a family because you get like a home environment. And so it's different from kind of the school when you're living with several other kids, but it's nice to have the home environment away from home.
It was a little tough at first, living on your own, having to cook for yourself and do all your laundry. Now I'm fully living on my own and doing all that, and I'm able to do it and keep up with schoolwork as well.
Hockey returns this January. For tickets to Capital One Frozen Fenway, head to redsox.com/Frozen Fenway or call 877-RED-SOX-9.
How would you like a lifetime of frozen memories in your own backyard? Nice Rink brings you those experiences and memories with your very own backyard rink. Imagine stepping out your back door into the crisp winter air. Walking past your warm, glowing fire pit under the blanket of a starry winter sky. And onto your very own untouched marble ice that's yours to carve. So what are you waiting for? Join in the fun of having a backyard nice rink this year and frozen memories for years to come. Call or visit us online to start creating your frozen memories today.
HockeyShop.com. The spark that ignites your game. With the tools for faster hands, harder, more accurate shots, and the source for on-ice and off-ice training. From shooting pads and rebounders to training pucks and stick-handling balls, synthetic ice and flooring tiles. HockeyShop.com.
We're here with Jack Eichel of the Buffalo Sabres and of Chelmsford, Massachusetts. We're at the Own the Moment store in Burlington, Mass. Jack, today we're going to talk about the Bauer Supreme 1S skate. I know this is a skate that you use, and I know there's a lot of different features on this particular skate. I want to talk about the tendon guard, what it is and why it's important.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm a big fan of the flexible tendon guard, and the 1S has it. It's something that I've done to my skates for a long time now. You know, making little slits behind.
Would you have to customize that in the past?
I did, yeah. It was something that it was personally done, but you know, now that Bauer is giving you the option of having a flexible tendon guard, I think it's great. You know, I think it allows for me to get the most out of every stride.
So I noticed also with the tongue, same idea, right? You can have
same
a stiffer
idea,
tongue.
yeah.
So what do you usually go with, and how do you change the stiffness of the tongue?
There's just, you know, when you buy a pair of skates, you get the options of a mid-stiff or extra stiff tongue, and for me, I use the mid-stiff tongue. Just for the most flexibility, I think it's great that Bauer allows you to basically customize your own skate inside a skate. And even moving forward with the speed plate, there it is right there.
So same idea. The
same
speed plate,
idea, exactly.
We used to bake the skates in the past. It's the same thing, but it molds to your foot.
Exactly. Now while you're baking your skates, speed plate's inside for your sock guard, and that basically eliminates all the room that you don't want in there, and allows you to feel more snug and have less movement inside your skate.
R1S.
Hold on. Guys, the easiest way to fix when you guys' hands aren't working or you guys aren't making connections, somebody's got to be F2. I have two guys being F3. F3 is the easy one. Somebody be F2. Evan has a wide, and I have both of you right next to each other. Get to the net. That's how we're going to score. Get to the net.
Expansion teams at every level are given a grace period. Time to get it right before the burden of expectations imposes itself. For the North American Hockey League's newest franchise, the learning curve has been steep, for the coach and for the leadership group.
Being a captain on this team it means to me that, you know, you got to do a lot of little things the right way. You know, there's always a microscope on you, so you got to be, you know, rink on time, make sure everybody is, you know, focused up and ready to play games the right way, you know, especially starting off kind of to a rough start. So, you know, you got to keep guys in it, keep guys motivated. So, you know, being a captain, you take on a lot of pressure. So, but you know, it's a role that I love being in.
Part of the problem for us early in the season is that I haven't coached in this league before. You know, I don't have that experience, and so I'm kind of learning with the kids. And you know, I watch a lot of video of other teams. I go to a lot of practice of other teams, and at all levels. You know, make sure that I'm constantly trying to improve. If I'm going to ask a kid to work on something, then I got to look in the mirror and make sure I'm working on the things that I need to get better at, and that's a big part. I talk to the kids about being accountable. You know, I have to be accountable to myself. They have to be accountable to each other and themselves.
With wins hard to come by, the daily challenges of just surviving can be more difficult than the opposition. On this Friday evening in mid-October, the Generals are staring directly at an 0-11 start to the season. Their opponent this night is the division's top team. In the end, Coach Erickson relies on the foundation he's building.
We knew it was going to be tough. I don't think we expected it to be this tough. But, you know, the light's at the end of the tunnel because I have kids that are such hard workers and such good kids. You're never a loser until you quit trying, right? And I think for us to define ourselves as 0-11, it's insane. We can't do anything about the 11. Okay, we can do something about today, right? We got to turn me talking about what you personally can do into what we can do, all right? Me into we. So something my old coach used to always tell us is that if you could turn that me into what can we do today? What can we do as a team, as a unit, to beat this team? That's when everything turns around. As soon as you start worrying about me, we've already lost.
I think coming together as a unit will help a lot. I think giving 100% effort will come. We're a new team, so obviously other teams have been together, guys have more chemistry, but I think the chemistry will come, and once that happens, we'll start winning games.
For us, right now we're 0-11, but we have 49 games left, and I think just kind of putting that behind us and realizing, we take it a game at a time or even a shift at a time, and move forward and just focus on whatever everyone can focus on. I think that's going to be the biggest thing for us.
It's really tough. After a rough start, everybody wants to turn it around, but everybody has to understand that it's not going to be turned around in overnight. So, especially we're getting new guys a lot, so it's kind of tough because guys are always on their heels thinking, like, am I going to be the next guy out? Am I going to be in the lineup? So it's kind of tough keeping guys motivated, especially when we're losing so much.
There you go. There you go. Come on, come on, come on. Nice back check, Mangano. Guys, we're running around a little bit, all right? We got to settle. We got to settle. Let's go, Wally. Let's go, Wally. He got him. He got him. He got him. All right, Blue, let's go.
Like, Brian really preaches being fast and being a gritty team, which we're not doing a lot of the little things correct right now. So it makes it tough, but we're not going to be able to score pretty goals. So Brian's always preaching, get the puck to the net, and we'll score some gritty goals, and that'll get the ball rolling. So it's just kind of being a hard team to play against. He's always preaching to be a hard team to play against.
With their first win of the season within reach, the Generals couldn't finish in overtime. It's a tough pill to swallow for the team. For all the joy this game can bring, the counterweight to success can be crushing.
Oh, the outcome obviously wasn't what we expected, but I thought it was, our best 60-minute effort. We got our first point in the NA, which, isn't a small feat. They're hard to come by. That team is unbelievable. They're in first place in our division. As I just said to the boys, if that doesn't prove you can play with anybody in the league, then I don't know what's going to show it to you.